for defense and trying to get info as well. Okay, Durka, raid boss. Durka gets dropped a ghost, he buys armor. Fnatic on defense, Kcorp and attacker go for the 4-1. Been looking at some Paper X pistols. Whoa.
Now a few bullets pursued him through the wall. 3 players though still here. Big stack out of Fnatic.
Jesus, where are we?
This time KC flood in. Martin and Magnum caught off guard, and now they're realizing there's a lot more guns here than they thought. Fnatic.
Dude, Durka just survives on 3s. Gotta be careful there.
3 HP.
Takes the TP away.
Chronicle still sitting here. They have a choice on KC. Who do they want to fight? And it looks like they're
I like this from him. I like that he goes over towards short.
2 kills already under his belt.
Pretty even at the moment. We've got a 3 HP, a 22 HP.
In the first place, didn't get a chance to with the all-out combat.
Could be a strong nade.
He'll be coming from bathroom or
doesn't want to give away his position.
For spawn, but they're trapped. They're sandwiched, but that gives them 1v1 fights. And now, right, doesn't often lose those. All down to Chronicle.
Yeah, luckily with both of them being low, it was just who could shoot the quickest. Chronicle, though, in these clutch situations, has been devastating. This map in particular has so much history, so many memories, but he needs to try and isolate one of these fights, having no idea where his opponents currently sit from. Shin already just getting information and almost needs
Little
him to
dink on it, but
pretty
yeah.
catastrophic
Actually done from the rate with the low
mistake.
HP. Played it very well.
On the wraparound, even with low HP, able to get an extra couple of kills.
I can't really say too much other than this. This is like a nice pistol. His flash was good. When Paper X play this, they play a little bit more aggro, but I know that they wanted to like double flash back over towards long, so it's just more the fact that Kcorp went so aggro over towards Hookah, they weren't expecting it. Pistols, yeah, 2-1 for Kcorp. Pretty even at the moment, 2-1. Leo buys that. Dude, he's been doing this as well. Buying light armor onto the pistol.
Base pistols of the classic to work with. KC stacked up 4 rifles brought into this round. It does mean the margin for error is slim. They lose more than 1 player, they'll start to feel the...
Hey, I mean, this is good from them. We want them to be proactive on their defense. Maybe we want to see stuff not as committed as this, but stuff similar on their buy runs.
A lot of them, but it doesn't even
that's
matter.
cool.
He's gonna get picked off immediately.
Yeah, that's a gun down, and everyone over towards Kcorp bought, apart from... Did Tamazi not buy it? Okay, yeah. Tamazi didn't buy it, so they're allowed 1 def and they've got it so far.
Trying to hold out in case anybody rotates from the defender spawn, but they're mostly coming in from Hookah.
Having to drop out with these pistols, I suppose it's not ideal, but no fight really will be.
I thought the molly was going to tank him there.
Narrates avoided a lot of that damage, making it out on time. The Dizzy
yeah, now what? That's like, well,
they realize they're going to dive out of here for orbs, or they're going to go down to the spike.
Could be right, not giving him anything though.
Question is, I see Alpha here walking out and around on long. He might have a chance if Shin sticks around just a little bit longer, but away he goes. Down to the spike.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Fnatic will take this. The issue is the Narrate's been getting some orbs. He got a lot of kills, pistol as well. So, Plant, he is 1 away from his orb. Bro, this just shows you how stupid this agent is, man. This needs to be an extra orb. I hope we see that in the duelist changes.
It looks like they've decided to go for the B orb. It's also where you're more likely to see someone take a little bit of a risk, maybe go for a peek, take a fight. That's currently where Chronicle's sitting, though. You'd assume he's only going to utilize the flash to get information, but for now, just going for that jump.
Okay, first big buy rounds, and...
It's a bit of a risk, and one that hasn't paid off. The hope here that you wouldn't see KC grouped up outside along, ready for the fight, but the intention was always to take it towards the B side. Boaster, now isolated, having to burn up his flashes, has just 1 left to work with. And the aggression out of Alfier, having not spotted anybody, decides to go hunting them. Oh, yeah. That's Shin drop, Smoker down, Thrash in round 3 is used to no success. Boaster able to pick off 1.
Whoa.
They know that he's still here.
Bag them, by the way.
Dropped Leo as well. There's no way that they don't account for this player who got a kill just moments ago. The swing is good. Tamazi finds it without the help being needed, and ends up finding his teammate Magnum too.
It's so good though. Magnum's probably done enough.
A bit of a problem because the man standing in the 1v2 is Durka. Close fight first.
Yeah, nicely done on that. Okay, 3rd round they get the bonus. Looking good.
Yeah, traded out his teammate. What a good play.
traded out his own Snakebites kill on Turkey, you know?
Yeah, a little bit
That's
too
just
bold
how
for
it works.
Chronicle, especially against a bonus where you know they're going to take the risk. But I get the idea, right? They're so heavy focused on not giving the Ray an orb that he tries to take the orb.
Oh, that's Magnum's
It's just not going to be great. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't fault Tamazi for that.
Look at his face. Look at
I mean, he did good getting a double kill though. We'll give him the little misstep. And Fnatic going for another Paper X play. All long. With stingers.
We gotta have someone to fight on range, I guess.
Yeah, it's nice. There's contact of Alpha into Sky Flash into Gecko Flash into 4-person Send It.
Yeah, no, that's I mean, that's a great position for the Guardian.
He's
yeah,
on close range.
That's no, it's just a perfect position for that weapon to be in. In fact, if I was to choose anyone to have that weapon, it wouldn't be Boaster. No,
it's all right. He's gonna peek
in his position.
Yeah,
well, you're right. No success found, but at least damage done. The assist onto Narrate as Chronicle claims that, and well, the Guardian can be picked
they
up.
get the spike info from this kill as well. So. Do they now rotate? Yeah, they gambled this.
When you've seen that many players,
it's an early gamble.
The logical thing for KC would go, okay, let's hightail it to the other side of the map. Instead, though, they've called the bluff. I respect this. They've gone, okay, what are the chances that every single player just stuck around, waited for us to get there, and didn't just go for that immediate rotate?
They've realized now. A deep flash up on A, revealed nobody. Boaster's flank. Reveals nobody. The realization sets
yeah, they're taking a long time with this one.
Down on B. Unlucky.
Okay, Chronicle's gonna get a good amount of action though.
Being trapped inside hookah, stingers in hand. Nice shot by Chronicle,
I mean,
but just the one to be found.
Got a nade flash for backside.
Outside B long. Are they gonna be able to get back in? Darkest done
well.
the timing on our team, and now it's left all onto Magnum.
Did the 1v2 where you get a little bro to defuse?
Needs a little bit more, needs to deny the diffuser, and now up to just
holy, Magnum's a beast at the moment. He's fragging out heavy. Yeah, and you would imagine that Fnatic feels like they should have won this one. No one went headshot pause.
I'm waiting for the replay to pop up.
He almost took them to OT in the last map as well. You remember that? He got 4 kills in the final
round.
Yeah,
I mean, Magnum is wrecking them. It's an opening 2K into a 1v3 as well. Round before was the nice 2K.
The crosshook, he realizes I have to stop the defuse now. Takes it. And I love the fact that we've seen this guy so animated, so hyped. And then he wins that clutch and he's just...
Weird there, he just said all of them are, and then it got muted.
It muted, the mic cut out.
Yeah.
Oh, noise gate, the noise gate, Tom. He probably said it really quietly.
All of them are lovely people.
Yeah. Probably.
Kcorp are just sending it over towards long. And they only want to do punish plays on their ecos. And you would imagine a punish play here would be legit. I feel like Kcorp have got a good read onto this stuff. Do they know they only do proactive stuff on their ecos? Is that literally, yeah?
They've got a good chance to fight KC and stop them. And a few seconds later, save? Should we save? Let's save these weapons.
It was the same of the attack of the last map. Like, when KC truly get rolling, when the confidence is behind them.
Oh yeah, they're a scary team. And I feel like this meta is strong for these kind of teams that want to absolutely send it. We've got so many people that used to be a duelist here, like they love sending it.
We should probably chill, play those, and he's already through the smoke. Like, no one even got the time to talk before he'd already killed the second player. And that's Chronicle as well. He's bind royalty. Like, you don't do that to him. 5-0. KC, there's a lot of teams that you lose, especially from 9-3 up. You lose from 9-3 up, and your mental's gone. Like, look, you talk about the average age of this team. You got players that are 18, 19 years of age.
Yeah, they got some solid reads at the moment.
The ones that aren't rookies, one of them was Magnum, playing in the Tier 2 last year. The other was Shin, playing in a team worse than the Tier 2 last year.
Oh man, we heard from Magnum in that interview earlier. What did he say? Fnatic got lazy, but he thinks that missing out on the last event, it lit a fire under them, gave them that spark back. Seems like they need that in every map as well. Down by 9-3, right back into it. Something's gonna light that fire. And now they're looking for the torch. 5-0, KC with a decent lead. But, hey, listen, it's far from over yet when it comes to Fnatic. They've got plenty of time to course correct.
Yeah, the scary thing, though, is...
Strift, don't think I won't ban you again.
You had Leo. Like,
Dude, I've been itching to ban someone.
Like, again, there was glimmers of what we expect from Fnatic. So far in this game, there really hasn't been much. You had the close round with the retake with Stingers, where Dirk is able to put a couple onto the board. But other than that, again, it's an awful.
Is it single elim? Nah, it's double elim now. You don't have to worry as much.
For KC in these early rounds, I don't know what pep talk Eng Zaysh is giving them, but I could use one of those.
Check Discord, bro. If I check Discord and you're asking who TSM's IGL is, I'm perma banning you.
Right? Why are you here? Check up a few of these statements that are on the background.
Does it say why are you here?
It does on the background. Back left, it says why are you here? Obviously the conversation be you're here because you're the best and you deserve to be and all that. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be here. Well,
yeah, and they decide to go proactive on their defense, but it's after a timeout. So it's just insanely readable. And I think they probably had to have played passive and then next round gone aggro.
Leo's had a much tougher time. Even in series where he's popping off, things slow down. Just the way that his role works here. A lot of the
yeah, they would love an individual play right now. This is good, proactive though from the other two. These other two are going fast on this. Alpha's done so much and they don't expect a double. Oh. Respect, man. Yeah, and they just push so deep towards this with two. And yeah, you can't win this.
Not under his control. This is going to be a tough round to win, and we could be witnessing the first for Fnatic.
Definitely hasn't spotted out Chronicles. He attempts to cross.
Right, nicely done.
Fnatic,
nicely done on that one. A little bit of a hero play, to be honest. Yeah, it was a little bit of that.
Not really the expectation of the second
but I still like the double push behind that they did. And honestly, I'm fine with the darker push. It was just a little bit too obvious.
In the first contact of the round, that definitely made things a little bit easier for the side of Fnatic. As we know, you can't really give this team anything.
All the ults, if they won this, they need to make sure they don't lose to make sure they don't get reset. We go aggro over towards Shower with a flash behind. No. The aggro take the angle with a flash on the right.
As well. Info on Chronicle, punish on Durka, and the thrash for Leo. Completely halt a push in its tracks. You can see KC are playing this one a little bit slowly outside of Bath. A lot of players looking to take that control, but a small little shift up through mid from Tamazi and Shin, doubling up.
Oster didn't even check the right. Dude, check right.
Oster is, if he turns around, I was about to say, it's almost just a game of chicken. Leo again, he tries to do the same, but Tamazi's got down to his own snake bite this time. It was a sacrifice he was willing to make, I guess. Nonetheless, it's come at a much higher cost to the side of Fnatic. The same gambles failing. Boaster blissfully unaware that they could have walked past. And that is, again, if you've played against Nats ever, you should have the expectation that he could do that alone. You see that Viper screen up, you need to be more aware.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's the whole reason it's put down is for that cross. The idea to fight back in does not work out for Fnatic this time. Lamp secured and locked down 6-1. KC right back on the win, disrupting the economy further of Fnatic.
It doesn't even make sense for him to still be looking close because his teammates on top of truck looking at the angle.
Don't get me wrong, but they didn't not looking at all. Yeah. That is a huge mistake. And one you often don't get a chance to make a second time. All right, round 8.
That was their big round.
Whenever we cut to Tamazi, I know that whatever he's going to say is going to make me laugh.
It's silly. It's a little bubbly. For KC, looking for round number 8. No ultis in their back pocket, rifles to play with, but they've been super disruptive. It's not just about early round aggression, it's about the burst of aggression that comes out of this squad. They showed us last round they can slow it down. Now, they're gonna have to, because Alphier has used the Viper's Pit, and the whole idea is to move towards
heavy into this one.
Spread out and find another avenue.
All goes out. This is a lovely time Skydog. Yeah, they can just push all of this to get full info. They can just leave one if they want to.
Already put deep with that Tiger as well. So they definitely have information. The only real opening is towards Hookah, and well, Leo's going to try and slow that down as much as humanly possible.
Magnum's a lunatic.
He's got through on his own. Nobody else was on the same wavelength there.
Sick.
Tries to hit a
Well, he called to send it out, and no one else sent it out.
Really?
I mean, you have to imagine the chaos once that mosh pit goes down. It's a split-second decision, and they didn't make that decision the same way.
And he's wanting to send it. No one else is sending it.
Other side of the map while this push is coming through. Chronicle hearing a lot of steps. The rotations should be called. In fact, normally
It looks good.
would have already fully rotated.
EP in, and the problem is
Alpha here
Leo's
stuck
just here.
around in this pit. Still on
Whoa, that's bold from Chronicle,
on the
but
side as well,
back, I
Chronicle
guess.
following them, pursuing them through the TP to drop an array. Now they've got to run into Leo, and there hasn't been a lot of success when that's the plan. Alpha Yer, though, is with a weaker weapon down below, picking them off. They dealt with Leo, but his buddy was still alive.
Yeah, I mean, just a bit of a disconnect. There's a lovely, it was honestly great util.
Putting it up to 2.
That overall was just a fantastic.
It was Leo, right? Leo's on Gecko.
The initial control just used the Viper's Pit. Then you had the aggression where they take.
Oh, dude, he timed that so well. That flash TP play was really cool.
And he did that twice. Both times they attempted to get into the site.
My bad. Yeah, my bad.
He bought them so much time. Come on.
Yeah, I mean,
Mistake initially that definitely cost them.
yeah, definitely wrecked him a little bit. At least he's owning up to it. You can definitely see that they're on a different page there. The Skies sending it in. I mean, normally you would. This is the only. That's the only person out of this team who hasn't been on Duelist as well. That's why that's so funny.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
They got 4 people on Duelist, and even they were like, okay, well, we're definitely not sending this one. The one guy that hasn't been on Duelist is absolutely sending it through a molly.
Fnatic towards the B site. Looked like Alpha was thinking about rotating back.
That was a big round for Fnatic to win because they kind of forced into it. They had a Spectre and was it a pistol as well? I'm not sure.
A double stack up on A. You'll have the Viper wall going up, and
yeah, ever since they've been walking over towards short now, they've just been trying to get info once the wall goes up.
Some respect this time, using some of their abilities to clear out these angles. I think Chronicle used the Tiger to clear it, and ensure nobody was sneaking
with the dog going. Whoa.
The target will be acquired. It's the B site. Thrash on its way. Good catch. That's got one. Did it catch the player in the corner? It did.
Double, man. Whoa, hold up. It was say that it got 2. Did it not say that it gets 2? Maybe I'm fully wrong. Yeah, I think I am wrong. No way. They're going to win this because they only thought it was 1.
Dominating the site now. Just Leo to uproot. But that's a big task for any man. 2 kills already. Another found. And just 1.
Whoa. Oh my god, bro, what is that? Dude, how has he saved them? They're winning from hero plays on that. He looks...
I can't imagine what he
looks
said,
pissed, bro.
We're going to hear that back. I actually think that there might have been
Martin gave up when the double shorty didn't kill him.
There was moments in that round where it looked like it was going to completely fall apart. In fact, it did completely fall apart.
I mean, it did fall apart. It was done.
And again, I said it, he had a slower start to this map in comparison to the other.
Oh my god.
6-3.
Definitely some flame after that for sure. Okay, Durka gets the op out.
Again, they still haven't managed to break the economy of KC. They had such a clean start to this game.
They disrespect smoke deep long, but they've done this already on their bonus, so I'd be expecting it a little bit.
Hold a little bit of deeper control, but they are going a lot quicker, or at least they plan to. And actually this time, the hero of the last round is dead immediately.
That's a first death for Leo. Can we mark that down? He actually had 1.
Yeah, it doesn't happen too much.
Or last time they played this too. Shit.
Hold up, and Durka can just hold this line as well.
They didn't think that Durka was still around.
You just nade into the start defusing this?
The plans will be secured. There's no denying it. The Viper's pit extending.
Yeah, honestly, Chronicle had a similar idea to what I was thinking.
Reposition gets him way out of the way. The Thrash from downtown. Not going to be finding anything, but at least clearing this space for Magnum to now reside inside of. KC only have the 1-man advantage. Magnum and Martin are both very low. This is still a very winnable round for the side of Fnatic, but they decided to back out.
Yeah.
I mean, the Viper's Pit is really what seals the deal in a lot of these scenarios, and I can't blame them for making that call.
yeah, at this stage you'd have to play through the Viper's Pit to get to the spike. You'd then have to work against any post-plant that was there, and you'd also have the issue of not being able to clear lamps without too much of a difficult scenario. It becomes impossible. The one opening they had was really
a 9-3 again, though.
I like the way that he had the realization, okay, we've planted, we
Jump.
don't have access to that. We're going to use the Viper's Pit, and I'm going to run straight across to hold on to the one bit of ground that was really dangerous. And you see Chronicle had exactly the same idea. He was like, if I get through this pit, I can almost start defusing without anybody being able to see. God's sake. Every time.
Well, KC are having fun with it. And with the 7-3 lead, you can understand why. It's been a pretty strong display. And their attack side on the previous map was much the same. We know the Fnatic can switch gears pretty quickly.
Dodge out the Boaster.
Hands on the reins for KC. Looking for another 9-3 scoreline, one that Fnatic, at least up against Na'Vi, couldn't come back from. I won't insult KC by comparing
3-person hold here.
I think for this defensive side, this is where I expect they need to show up.
Lunatic, bro, that's nuts. That's so sick. Oh no, Magnum. Bro, Magnum, keep sending it, dude. Relax.
Still fighting. Dropped eventually, but the damage is done. He's made it competitive, doable, but difficult.
It seems like Magnum goes from having the best round to the weirdest round every single time. It's like a two-face, a flip of a coin.
Wait, the Judge to retake this? Pretty nice with the stim pack here.
You've got one weapon only valuable at close range, and the other
Impact.
only valuable at long. Luckily, that's already started fairly well. Martin, though, is back with a vengeance, leaving Durka with everything still to do. He had a full belt of utility, but
yeah, it might have to be another 9-3. We'll see.
It is a fantastic round again.
Dude, shout out to Martin here. Yeah, Martin absolutely sends it with a shorty. This was something that he was doing in kickoff, and it was catching people off the whole time.
And he just goes, oh, I'm going to swing it now. He won't expect me. It's absolute lunacy, but it works out.
I think he might just tape over his health.
I don't care.
It's like a pure mentality thing. It's like whether it says 150 or whether it says 1, I'm going to play exactly the same.
I'm number 1. That's what it's saying. It's not my HP.
Well, look at how he started the round, for God's sake.
Yeah, that's an impressive round from him.
I don't know if we'll see it. Yeah, look, teammate gets judged. Oh, just go fight him. I'll just take him down. Don't worry about it. If he goes down, 2v1, and who knows? But he doesn't go down. That's the beauty.
One
of this
away
match.
from Martin's ult,
8-3 right
and
now.
they picked the
Leo,
right thing.
Back in form, looking good, firing off last time for Fnatic when they didn't have that great of a half, that great of a game. It was Alfier that was in very much the same position. Magnum on the other side for KC. He's lights out. Durka's gone. Operator in hand. This is an ambitious play, and he needs his teammates.
Okay.
Maybe he doesn't need his teammate. He doesn't need anyone.
Whoa.
Durka's doing it by himself.
Yeah, you got a
Free
nade
kill
for this
on
guy,
Martin.
right?
That was the wide swing.
Got a nade for this guy if you want it. It's a free kill. Hold that.
The team have gone in the other direction.
Yeah, and Boaster just stays alive, and this should be fine. Leo picks up his ult in terms of the fish, and it's a hard round to win. I like this, though. This is good from Shin. He's going to take so much map control and then hear them TP.
So far away. Leo does still have that thrash available, but they've got so many angles still.
1, 2, and he's cleared all his spawn. Wait, what's going on? Okay, Alpha picks up his smoke.
It's going to work out again for Durka. This is looking like his round.
Oh, it's all down to timing the rate. He didn't get spotted.
Oh.
I don't think they realized he was here. Otherwise, they would have sent Thrash back in the other direction. He stood up close. Good for one, but the judge is there. The upgrade wasn't needed.
Leo's util is great.
Far, far away. He stands almost no chance. The teleport through is expected.
Okay.
Ready.
4?
Leo. 4 rounds.
Kcorp did so good on this. They did great.
They've done one better.
Felt like a lot of the 4 was individual plays. This round was nice though. I like the push. Again, they need. They're like starting to learn that they need to be proactive, and maybe it was a bit too obvious to the fact that they were being proactive on their eco rounds instead of their buy rounds. Once they started throwing into their buy rounds, it wasn't too bad.
It worked out magnificently. Even having the read on the last player at least. Even still, I think KC are going to be pretty happy with that. Going in an 8-4 half, heading onto the defensive side. As you mentioned, we've seen Fnatic many a time with their attack side comebacks.
Yeah, I mean, it's just about pistol, really. If they get pistol, you imagine they can do it. What they do.
It is somewhat. Like I said, the day they figure out half number 1, it's over for everybody. We saw that Fnatic before. This is the comeback squad. 8 rounds, moving to the defense. I'd say KC are in a pretty decent position.
4-person stack for Kcorp looks good. Hog sees one on showers.
Alpha's snake bite is good. No escape from Martin. The opening pick goes their way, but the fight back, sure, is traded out, at least.
Allows Alpha almost a raid
Keep an eye on this
scenario.
duel. The Boaster duel is pretty important. Whoa.
It looked like Boaster was sending
Yeah.
a fake out.
Yeah, dude, that looks so weird. How on earth did Magnum lose this? Dude, Magnum's been real flip-flop this game. Sometimes having the sickest rounds, sometimes having the most questionable decisions.
Left 1v4. You need some pretty drastic mistakes from the remaining players of Fnatic, and even though a headshot will be hit.
Okay, 2-2 overall in terms of pistols, 1-1.
Well, that pistol round puts them right back in it, foot in the door. It won't be slammed in their faces just yet. And remember, for the side of Fnatic, for the side of KC as well, elimination's not on the line here. There's a lower bracket. It's not yesterday.
Yes.
Whoa.
I don't even know what that was in
What is that about?
It was the Boaster kill, right? The human fake out being used.
Yes.
But yeah, for Fnatic, they're in a position now where they...
Magnum was hurt by confusion.
Yeah. Fnatic in a decent spot, like I said. This is a squad now that very comfortable.
But it didn't look like his shot was on him, right? So I'm not sure he can be too angry there.
Pretty much no matter what, unless they're up against Navi.
Well, yeah, 10 rounds versus Koi. That was
They're allowed 2 deaths. We had triple rifle into this one.
Koi have been,
Triple rifle, we got a push behind early from Magnum.
19. That's been one of the maps that I
Okay,
think
this
they've
push
actually been
behind
quite
is
enjoyable
very
to watch.
fast. Guys, he's here in
So 15
the first 30
loss
seconds.
to KC
Yeah,
on
we
this
stopped
very
Lil
map.
Bro as well. Yeah, that's nice, but
After 9,
Fnatic are good with it. That's only the
we'll be able to pick up the kill
only
this time.
the
Classic clearly better.
Ooh,
and you
hold
can
up.
see that the main goal
Only
here
the
for KC
frenzy.
is just to counter with as much as utility as
2
possible.
people TP,
However,
Spike left out on its own.
They're just going to decide to back out of there.
Yeah, it is the right call though.
Unfortunately, they can't really chase at pace without giving the game away.
Boaster can just hold over towards Lamps, has his molly. Oh, there goes his molly for spawn. Sorry, who agreed
Position
on?
where these retakes are just a little bit too difficult when you're coming out of Hookah, having to drop
Jin
down.
has a double smoke.
Fnatic have a lot of control. Moving into fight spawn, long-range duels with rifles. Doesn't get any better than that. They'll even have a flash to initiate Alpha here.
Okay,
Them both.
sure thing, man.
At this
Yeah,
point
yeah,
now,
that's the
KC,
rounds. That's
yeah,
any hope
3
of them winning
players
the
about
round
to
just
drop
gone.
out.
Boaster
Don't
can
know how
hunt.
it's
He
gonna
didn't
work.
want to go for this on Breeze. I
Magnum,
wonder
maybe
if he
worth going for the
wants to
orb.
go a little bit
He's
more
getting
aggro
close to
here.
ulti. There's still quite a bit away, but his ulti's valuable. Same thing for Martin. Just a 1 on the board. But I could see them going down to the spike, making that call. Magnum is going to go for it. He's jumping out. No success.
Something is up with Magnum, dude. That 1v3 has gone to his head.
The side of KC.
Kind of wish for his sake he didn't win the 1v3. He's doing some lunatic stuff.
Would be ringing for me.
I feel like every single round after he's done some kind of questionable play.
Whether you
Really
believe
mad.
in it or not, to have such explosive starts and then
Why did he jump through? I don't know, man.
creep back into the game.
Giving him orbs.
Come on, for that exact matter, some
Giving him
much
orbs. Let's go
earlier
on.
pause this time for Carmine Core. You're going to see.
Kroggy, hello, hello. How you doing?
This is a round where you can expect
He might just be angry at himself. Mystic? I mean, Magnum? Yeah, maybe.
3 rifles standing, the other 2 players only have pistols. So this is a pretty easy scenario.
Who's timeout? Is this Kcorp's?
Full rifles on every single player. Ult's not particularly close, so won't play a part, but if they win this round, they are very much back in the game.
Yeah, it might even just be a mental reset for him. Like, it might actually just be like a, dude, I get that you had 3 good rounds really early on. You're making some mad decisions right now.
That second half graph didn't look a little different.
Just relax yourself.
Last week, Fnatic seemed pretty decent at mid to late halves, but more recently, they've been relying on those comebacks. 8-4, not that damning of a sentence. 8-6, very doable, and a win here will almost equalize things. So we got a little bit of a tech issue creeping up.
Oh, okay.
Better
Well,
get it out of the way now. Not disrupt the momentum of what's to come. Both teams have to sit in this, and you know, for KC, like I said, it's not like even if they lose this map, it's not like they'll face elimination, but they'll go from 1 win away from Shanghai to 1 win away from Shanghai and 1 loss away from going home.
That's the scary thing as well, because you think about the back and forth matchup they've had versus Heretics, the games they've had versus Foot, like these are teams that you don't want to be facing, like especially if you're KC, because you've already had losses to both. So it is very much
the top teams chooses teams in Masters. Yeah, it's bro, the first seed is huge, man. First seed is good. You really don't want to be second or first. Got to play groups.
Those are tough teams. Every single team remaining is one that we
play groups, and then they get to walk through your stuff, and then they can choose who they play.
And I think what really hurts about it for those teams that will end up losing out the matches today is that you sit there and you realize, okay, 75% chance of us making it through. Now all of a sudden the odds change drastically, and you know it's because you failed to close out that previous series. For KC, very much the same for Liquid, who are now watching from home, knowing that one map result.
Wait, we got the timeout. Respect. Who did you choose?
One clutch. If Magnum had found that final one.
You chose Sideshow. Honestly, that is the best. I think out of everything we have on this channel, the timeout user is probably the best one for the points. That's kind of sick, that one. I think that's my favorite one.
In front of their eyes if Fnatic keep rallying up these rounds.
I think it's also just the difference of those two teams. Like you've got KC, they managed to win themselves that first kickoff event. That was huge. Then
saving up your points to timeout Saint, dude. That's what I'm talking about, man. Get him.
If they can go to both Masters in a year after the year they had last year, sure, it matters to the org more so than these players on the stage. The majority of them were not there. But even still, and to be so close, to be in that scenario where it can all slip away after the last map, and in the manner in which Fnatic have done it. Of course, for Fnatic, the odds may be even more important. If they let this series go, they get eliminated. You're talking about the team from last year that won 2 international events.
Timeout me, bro. That doesn't really work like that. I mean, I could just stay silent for a little bit. And it defeats the whole point of the stream.
If they don't make both Masters events, unacceptable. With the players that they've got, with the investments that they've made, that's not something that they can have either. And that's the problem that we're.
Wait, is it really a 30-minute timeout? That's wild, dude.
I guess the only one you could maybe give a little bit of wiggle room to would be Heritage.
10 minutes?
Just because they've
I'm just fully wrong.
Players in and out because of school, because of visas, and all of these different things. But yet now everything is coming up at the right time.
Elusive, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for the 6 months. Appreciate the Prime, bro.
Even going to the international stage,
dude, it's 30 minutes. That's long, bro. That's sick.
I think it was Weber and Nilzinho were on, that there was still, going into Madrid, a serious chance that Weber would have had to play.
And they would have won the event.
Yeah, they would have won the event. That's the thing. But this is it. Like, you have a squad like that, like Heretics, who are able to consistently deliver. Whether it's a stand-in, a coach playing, no matter who's swapping in and out, with Patatek leaving, and they're still able to deliver, it speaks to the system they've built. And I think that's what I've been happiest seeing the community, I think, realize that over time, that Nilzinho, I don't think his stocks were very high coming into even this stage, or more so into this year, the kickoff. Yeah. Even when they get to Madrid, question marks around it, but we've seen it from almost every player. We've seen it with the replacements. We've seen it with the coach playing. If you have a system that you can just slot a player into and they'll fit and it will work, that's a wonderful system. That's something that not a lot of teams can manage to craft for their core 5, let alone when there's moving parts there as well.
I think the fun thing
Poster, yeah, he's definitely struggling, man. You can tell, I mean, he literally just looks sick. You can tell he's having a rough time, man. Just wants the game to be over. This team is always sick. I wonder if it's like a stress thing or what.
Even talking about teams like BBL, who honestly should have been in the playoffs. It was brutal the fact that they weren't. Sure, others have taken risks that haven't paid off immediately, but even we've seen the upturn of teams like Koi, GX starting to look a little bit better. Obviously, they were the one that kept the majority, but bringing in Purpo definitely showed some sort of new life to the team. So I think that's been something that I've just enjoyed so much about 2024 is that
maybe the fan pressure, bro. That's Sentinels though. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Are they the two with the biggest fan base?
Don't get me wrong.
Just all the pressure of it. Can Mini talk in the timeouts as well? Yeah. The assistant coach is allowed to talk in timeouts now. Obviously not tech timeouts, but
many would have had that at the beginning of the year. This KC squad with just so much talent, and also some players that have come back that I think we're so happy to see back. Like Magnum especially, like someone who deserved his roses, deserved the success that he's having. Eng, God damn, every team that like passed up getting Engers just like, they must have just like punched the table 1,000 times. They've probably done more damage than Barber and Alex combined with just looking at how successful this man has been coming back. And it was like, it was the obvious choice. Like, it was the most obvious choice.
Yeah, you don't get any brownie points for...
Players not allowed to talk. Yeah, no one's allowed to talk in tech timeouts.
He's okay.
You know that mech and you know the Masters 3 champion. Yeah, I've heard of them. I'm thinking of picking up their coach. You think that's a good
I've just been
idea?
doing some scouting.
Yeah,
you know, I feel like I found a good candidate. Like, you know, it's a pretty easy equation. But even then, when KC come through, we started out kickoff. We talked about the Aang method. We talked about the promise that he could bring, but people didn't believe in this roster. Led by Magnum, a lot of young guns, even an import from North America.
Well, he made the bold claim of like, I think we're top 4 when we came into kickoff.
Top 3 even, I think it was.
But even still, you're in a scenario where you go, all right then, and then they finished top 2, top 1 even. They won it. And you're going, okay, that was kind of bold. And it's definitely been, for both the teams we have on the stage right now, I think we're seeing how much depth there is in terms of these different squads within EMEA.
What's the score?
A lot of the victories
Fnatic won first map run, second map, and it's currently 8-6 to Kcorp. And we're on the bonus round against the buy round.
For the other side of things for KC,
Third round in.
what was a fantastic run at kickoff, all the way through, like they're doing some real
Can the assistant coach and the coach talk now? Nah. No one's allowed, bro.
And then things have looked
Unless they're trying to sort out comms.
They've been here. Losses to, what was it, Heretics, losses to Foot as well, who are definitely a team that I'm so excited to see later in the day, because I think that they have been one of the teams that has looked just unbelievably clean with a lot of their results. I think them versus Heretics is going to be an absolute banger of a match, but the fact is KC were expected to be up there. I guess they kind of did finish first, but in a 3-3-3 tie. Like, it's not quite as impressive as maybe what expectations were. They're definitely still looking competitive, and unfortunately, they've now been...
Wait, is it something with
might be doing it again.
Is this something with Magnum's PC or something?
Was it 5-0?
He looks furious, bro.
I think so.
Definitely up there. So for that to come crumbling down to just a 2-round lead, and you looking to face off against what will be a pretty tough bonus round for the side of Fnatic, because
his W key is stuck.
Investing into these rifles.
No, that was savage, bro.
School, like Navi-esque of, okay, let's buy 3 rifles, 2 pistols, has now been taken on by most teams. I think one of the only teams who hasn't been doing that was KC. They went for the 4-1.
What I'm excited for when those barriers go back up is...
That would make sense though. His pistol, as in not the W key thing, his the pistol round reaction didn't make sense from what we saw, right?
Even really refer to it as such.
Can we see the hamster, dude? Even I can't see the hamster. The hamster comes out like once every week. Just comes chill. We leave food out just to check that it's still alive, because the dude hates showing himself. Do you know what we did? We messed up. The cage is huge. So he's just like on vacation. Just live it. It's too big. The cage is too big, man. He's got too much space. He just doesn't want to come out.
They killed him first. They killed him first here. That's a terrible day for Leo. But he's popping off.
Does he even count the hamster? Well, not really, unless it's when we're sleeping.
They're stewing in it. They're knowing that lower.
Appreciate the 4 months. Thank you though. Thank you with the tier 1.
And you're on the defense. It isn't somewhere I expect them to come back into things.
Hamsters, no, hamsters are meant to be on their own, dude.
Let's get this one done.
They are.
Let's go fight them. Let's bring them. Bring the pain, baby.
They're not meant to be with other hamsters.
Those moves, and when Fnatic group up and take those pushes together, it's not an easy thing.
Yeah, they literally do from around. It's not good. We back? Nice, dude.
I'm pushing. He's challenging me to that one. Straight down bad. The podcast is over.
Hamster got more real estate. Bro, for the size of the hamster, yeah, the house is huge, dude. Crazy. How much do you see on the screen? Oh yeah, it's like double the size of that you see. Really?
Want to try and stop them in their
pretty cool though,
tracks,
I'm not gonna lie.
Importantly, Durka has got a judge. He is about to blast back
Right, so it is bonus rounds, and we are hitting the site with we're hitting the site with 3 people. Can they do the same thing that Martin did with a shorty with the judge?
For the side of KC, and now Durka's thrown out by the side of FNC and make their way in towards Lamps. Boombot covering on the up-close fight. Judge is dangerous.
A nice slap, bro.
Really retake that control. Not with this man lurking around. The site itself has been seized. The shot out of Chronicle is absolutely clean. Magnum didn't stand a chance. And that off angle is one they very much needed. This will allow them to get the plans with Chronicle's flash going through. In fact,
oh, this was nice though, guys. They molly, they dizzy, they wingman through, and then duel. That was cool.
Controller, my goodness, the Fnatic have claimed this round in style. As soon as the wingman went down, I didn't see, he didn't have the spike above his head, but I'm thinking, oh, they're gonna plant, he'll flash, whatever. No, they took the fight to them.
I think also just look at the reaction of some of the players on KC. I think they thought exactly the same. Like the fact that they were swung, I mean, it might have been Shin at the backside. I don't even think he realized. No, sorry, he went down a little bit earlier. It was this kill, yeah, and Martin.
That molly is so nice though.
It just happened.
Nice. Guys, how did you die? Did you overpeak? Like, no.
Super aggressive stance from Fnatic, but one that has worked out wonderfully.
Fnatic, bro, they're the kings of comebacks. Every single time. All they have to win is the pistol.
At this stage. Fnatic on that attack side.
They always purposely start on their weakest half.
Someone on KC needs to put a spanner in the works.
Yeah, but I mean, just look at the buy. 3 stingers and pistols. It's a tough one to find any value with. Maybe Leo's giving them an opportunity. Playing up close. The spam battles leave Narrate very low, down to 50 HP. Flash through, but Narrate still standing. Good to at least drop one.
The 3-person fast flank behind. Blant gives Leo all. Would they want to use it into this round? You would imagine not. No one is watching. That's a lie. Alpha's watching behind.
From Martin, but the problem is Tamazi is alone. It's not a spot they're likely to push. But as soon as he tries to retake some ground, some information, Dirk is going to be there to challenge him.
Oh man, Alpha was in for that duel the whole time. Smoke goes in. Huge duel here. That's a gun out.
Alpha Boaster switches to the knife at the worst possible moment. Still not looking doable though. Alpha's low, but they've got the time on their side.
The one thing is the rifle. It got retrieved for Martin. That's at least something a bit more dangerous, but
okay, we get a massive buy round for Kcorp next, and maybe they want to time after it. Who knows? Yeah, it's gonna be the second buy rounds.
Fnatic now stabilizing around that. For a moment, look dangerous.
The issue is they have to go up against Fischl.
The plan is to just try and get the gun and escape. Nothing more that can really be hoped for. In fact, he may end up just going down to this spike after all. Got the gun, but he should just be able to get out of there.
He's good, he's good. 8 to 8. This is what we feared. Fnatic come through, burst of energy, equalize things, foot back in the door. And although they may be one to give an early lead away, they're not one to let a late lead slip. 1 round to take the lead. KC put all their credits on the line. No ultis to work with on the defensive side, but a thrash.
Yeah, Nightmare. And maybe they push to try and get this orb. Might see both the stim pack to fight it. Who knows?
And I noticed though, Fnatic, although there's a lot of players up at this barrier, and
the second big buy round for Kcorp, and they 4-person start over towards A. The late rotate from Tamazi though.
Flash from Magnum comes through.
Does mean a lot of the setups will have to wait. Range on Brimmy, not quite as high as anyone else, but no flash either.
Okay, so Flash went in, there was nothing aggro, and they decided to just group up and take B control. Or maybe even hit B site with the Fischl.
Magnum is desperately alone.
I mean, they got a really good read on this at the moment. Whatever the read is, it's spot on.
Deep enough to catch anyone. And so this is actually sold the complete
Flash.
read. The rest of the team are not
Flash didn't hit anyone.
Magnum is yet to find that information. Obviously, with no recharging flashes, he's going to have to basically just play contact at this point. The site's going to almost be completely given up, just hoping for a miracle.
No way.
And Alpha, well, he's not quite going to catch them.
Holy, yeah, did not expect the 4th pass in there, but he gets, I mean, they all have so much info on this. They can just take heavy elbow if they want. They could go back and TP themselves also.
Not afraid to push through, might give him an angle, but players have already pushed in towards the elbow. Wingman's on site with a free plant, and 4-man elbow push after. There's no way you expect this. Aggression out of Durka.
Yeah, but now can they just stick this?
Magnum clearing the site, wondering where those
What is that?
It looked like he was speed running it, playing a neon, but
the actual drive-by.
Narrate 1v2. Has a buddy to defuse for him, just needs to defend it long enough, but the shots don't land. Fnatic
oh man, and however tilted Magnum is, it probably just times by like 3.
The momentum is in their favor. The credits are out of KC's pockets.
9-8. 4 rounds away, and the team of last year, the team of 2023, will make their way back to a Masters
Dude,
event
give me this one.
in Shanghai. Has always been brushing up on his
That's
Chinese, so
one of the
I'm
most
sure
stupid.
he'll be ready for that one.
That's one of the most mad things ever.
You did hit a 6 shot. I don't know how you hit that, but
Yeah, I don't know how that connects, man, but
Fnatic, 9 rounds, 1 round lead, weak buy from the side of KC. Still poses its dangers. We saw it even on Breeze, a much more open map. But that map, I think, played out a bit more chaotically than what we're seeing here. It was one-sided halves, dominant early fights that defined the round, that sent players to go and save seconds in. This time it's been much more push and pull, much more of the mind games in play. And the battles, they've always delivered. Even if KC go down on this defensive side, they're taking a few with them. This time might be different.
Hold up.
Showstopper to entry. Players to be
yeah, I was gonna say dude, Alpha did great here, man. Alpha killed the guy that got the timing through the wall.
It followed. Now Magnum and Shin, with it all to
Good
do.
news for Kcorp is
Okay, good
the
start.
fact that they got the ult out of them. That's about it.
The thing is, though, the rest of Fnatic immediately fall back into passive positions. Seekers is available for Magnum, but I don't know if he's going to want to give away the entire game from himself. Already.
Oh, they're going for it.
They're going to try and just isolate him. No, it seems like Magnum's going to take that 1 versus 1. The timing couldn't be worse, but Ducker still wins
Bro,
the fight.
Magnum is gonna be so tilted, dude. I've never seen a guy who could get it. Like, he must be mentally out of it. He must be mentally out of it. You seeing some of the stuff that's happening to him? I don't even know what happened in the pistol rounds, but he was really angry what happened in pistol rounds. That looked relatively normal in comparison to the 2 deaths that he's having.
Well, that's it.
He had his chance to get the kill, though. I will say that
It
much.
seems like Fnatic have full control. Granted, this was one where there was a lot of weaknesses, but even going to some of the others, the A plan doesn't work. Alphaier's flank up through the teleport.
Good time for a timeout. They don't have Seekers anymore, though.
Seems like it should be the round over, right? But there's always another hero to step it up. And Durka and Leo have been those heroes. Durka in the last couple especially. And this one with the showstopper well placed. Alpha had opened up the site already. KC call a timeout, and they have much to discuss and not a lot of time to implement it. Corrections need to be made here and now, or they're going to be fighting in the lower bracket.
That's the thing. You've got to think about. Leo might be about to like set one of the best ratings we've ever seen in a match because he's barely been dying throughout.
What's
this
he on?
entire
17
series.
to 8.
Had so many high impact
Yeah, that's
rounds.
true. Got an insane
Seems like he has
score at the moment.
already booked his ticket. Now that man is ready to get on the plane to Shanghai. They've already missed one international event. That one was a little bit more local. I don't think they have any plans to miss another for KC. They got to try and dig deep into this one. They let the last map slip. This one seems
Oh yeah,
to
a lot of
already
pressure
be
on this
somewhat
one.
their
Money's
hands,
out of
but
control
they do
once
have
again for
ultimates
Fnatic on the
online or
comeback here.
close.
No rounds out of
We know
6. Fish all 1 away from
Eng,
Razor.
Zeish.
And
got
Fnatic
wise
just
words
in
for
for just a slow default on this one. Want to make it look like they're fighting along with the Molly.
Alma and Mini as
Wanna-
well, so
Do they want to punish the
value
orb here? Or are
there.
they
It
waiting
looks
for the
like
orb?
They're going to try and sell an early ruse with.
Yeah, they're trying to make it look like they're taking fast along. With Seeker's dog goes in and look at the rotate.
Fully rotated
Yeah, this flash goes in, but they know there's a smoke here. Bro, they are
Straight off a pause
they
as
are
well.
wrecking them. Look at the
That decision
rotate,
is
man.
going to haunt them. Fnatic have taken the space. But it looks
They got
like they've gotten here
Fish
just
and
in time.
Razor,
They'll be
bro.
behind the smokes
There's
with
Razor.
the showstopper to play with. That push is slowed down, staggered slightly. Steps heard, nice connection. That's Alphair down and out. Viper utility no longer to play with. Durka out of the round.
Damn,
Crazy
that's
adjustment from the
solid,
right.
bro. Fair play.
KC looked like they'd made the
Good news
wrong
as
read,
well,
the
no,
wrong play, but
no
they got
fish.
right back in it on time.
fish was
Great course
used.
correction. Chronicles Lurk has missed Tamazi. Just managed to thread the needle right up behind, and in fact, that is going to be a damning sentence for Leo, who shouldn't expect him. Although I think I heard a bullet leave his gun.
He got his gun out just in time.
At least the shot didn't land.
Chronicle has thread the needle, but well, this will be a 1v5 for the ages. We've not seen many. There's one man in the server who's done it on this map, and he currently has 6 HP. With 20 seconds left. The thing is, the economy of Fnatic is
Easy
moving to a
1v5
point where
for
it's
15
actually better
seconds.
for Chronicle to just do as much damage
That's at
as
least a
possible.
kill.
Magnum will go down for free,
10 seconds left.
but nobody else is looking to
For
give
loads
anything.
and
Shin is
loads of
playing this one
money.
nice and safe. I like it. Don't allow Chronicle to take any more guns out of your hands, and there's nobody even remotely peeking on this one. KC, they are going to break their way back after a long hiatus from that board.
The good news for Kcorp is 4
They're gonna
people survive.
finally get themselves another round, but this has to be the start of a few.
Good money after this.
Oh yeah. You gotta hope they started as they mean to continue. This is a round where they made the wrong call, and it nearly cost them. Whether you want to look at it as Fnatic being a little slow to push out. I tend to lean more towards KC making the right adjustments. At just
Viper
the
all
right
on this
moment.
way. Are they going aggro?
One round in between them.
Oh.
Viper's Pit and Thrash online for the defensive
Oh,
side.
okay.
as
They
well,
just want to
so
do
quite a bit
aggro
to play
smoke.
around.
I mean, this is the main game plan that people
Fnatic
use
taking a
against
slow
the
approach.
double pop
Watching for
initiator.
aggression on A. Doing much the
Deep
same.
smoke, hold the deep smoke.
Somewhere that individuals will be
Punish them. Then they have to make sound.
kills if KC do overextend.
I mean, it was more a thing when people were using like Sky and Sova, etc.
Close corner, and to be honest,
Can't make
time
him
I
use
see
you too
Martin in a
early.
position like that, he gets at least 2.
The play doesn't seem to be in that direction for now. Again, though, for KC, they might be a little bit hesitant. Just with how the last rounds
Boaster
have been
gets
played.
ult.
Orb taken. Boaster may just opt to try and TP back. Viper's Pit has been used
Only one
immediately.
TP. Dude, they
But
kind of
KC
take
this
that
time
though.
Not willing, and that
Rotate
might have
goes
seen
in.
The Tiger going through the TP. It has. It definitely has. That's the information that will hold players within the site. In fact,
Shin is so heavy committed here. Viper all over towards Showers creates a lot of pressure, and there is so much pressure on Shin to get a kill here.
Martin won't catch him. Flash close. Shin in a little bit of trouble. Paranoia used. Shrouded step for out.
Okay, they're fantastic, but that is a great ult.
Into the fire. Manages to make
Wait,
it out.
did he?
Standing on the other side.
Damn, honestly, he
This
did
orbital
great.
Strike, but he's caught immediately. Alfier dropped inside the pit.
Yeah, and they shouldn't be able to get a plant here, but as soon as they hear the TP, they go for a TP, and do they expect Chronicle? And he can just buy a lot of time here. We've got big jewels over towards B side as well coming in now.
Martin will drop. Plan to come through. No denial of it just yet. And in a 2v2, this post-plant position from Magnum could be everything.
Problem is they go up against the Viper, so they know that the wall is gonna get a wall is gonna go up to block vision at one point.
Just a question of whether Leo
Fischl? Dude, he gets Fischl with that kill.
the whole time, even got a little spoiler with the barrel coming around. Just Tamazi left. Defuse to be had. Orb to work with though. Best play might just be to try stick it inside. And that's not what he's going for. Instead, trying to bait them out. They're gonna have to swing this to spam. It looks like they don't believe he's sticking it. 1 kill for Tamazi. Still so much time to run down. Boasters played this perfectly.
Yeah, Boaster just counting in his head.
They didn't even know he was there.
Okay, one person's fully wrecked money-wise. Everyone else can buy, so you're probably going to see a judge and 4.
But one that isn't a death sentence just yet. Is this just spam both Boaster and Alpha within the smoke, just able to get a couple of kills, and the quick decision to double back. And that the reason that Magnum was able to get as far as he did was just because he slightly bypassed that Molotov, but because they hadn't cleared it, Fnatic were ever vigilant.
Bruh, these two are just so funny to watch in the replays, man.
Tamazi, only with a sting. They do have an ult that's mirrored on the other side, and Fnatic have used quite a bit over the last few rounds, but the fact is, so have KC.
Double Fischl. We've got double Fischl, and then we get the Stinger out for the low buy. And dude, there's been a 3-person hold of A every single time. They're just getting wrecked. That's the issue at the moment. Like, the util dump has been too nice.
The snake bite even took him down in one of the rounds. Nade up and over. It doesn't slow them down. But Boaster actually runs straight
yeah, that's a
through
free
the
kill.
nade, trying to pursue Shin on the
Oh.
back of the Thrash, but a player close, not expected.
Tunnel
Narrate
visioned a
does
little
well
bit, and
for
Narrate
back
has to
in
kill
their
everyone.
favor, and he does it again. There's no
Yeah, he
stopping
gets
this
out of there
man.
with Fischl as well.
85 HP and a
Huge.
Thrash online. It's going through. It's straight towards these players. He heard them stepping away, and they run right into
Oh
the
man,
lane.
this was nice though.
Only
Narrate
Chronicle,
did
1 versus
unbelievable
3 to
work.
close this round out.
And he
He's
jump
spotted
spots to
now
see
as
this
well.
guy.
They know exactly where he is. The flash good, but he drops it out of the sky.
Whoa.
Repositions, catches two,
Whoa.
and an idea of the last player. Flashes perfect.
No way, man.
Expert position.
That is ridiculous, bro. 12 brings them up to 12. They lose a 1v3. Oh my goodness, he played that so well.
This man has history on this map.
Dude, the thing is, even Narrate played this
He's a
good.
legend of this map.
Like, even Narrate did so much good stuff here. Even his util's nice. He jump peeks, he flashes out. They didn't play this that wrong.
Narrate did what he could.
And Narrate did great.
Magnum as well. With a double up after they were forced into his position, but it's this double.
Oh my god.
Final firefight for the Red Bull clutch at
They got no money.
12 and 9.
3 chances to close it out, and this is their best one. You got to judge, Stinger, Guardian.
From making it back to where they belong on that master stage.
3 chances. 3 chances to go to Shanghai. Fnatic, they're not going to let this one slip without a serious fight. My god, Narrate tried last round. But it wasn't enough. Mosh pit up and over.
Flash
Denying
goes
the
deep
exit.
long.
Tiger to lock Narrate in. There's no follow-up on it just yet. Whoops. Martin didn't want to go jumping again. And he's not
Even
managed to get to the
Spawn,
bottom and
Boaster.
over. Still, the information is the same. Push up by Magnum is good, and he's caught Boaster. That's their way back.
These two
Their
have been
access
having
to the
some
B
weird
side
jaws,
now
man.
denied. They might just have to tunnel vision forward, straight into the waiting
Yeah,
arms
no
of
smokes
Martin
on this
again.
one.
He's not finding the first, and now that they're already fast, they expect shit. 3
Okay.
quick kills. And Fnatic are on
And I
the
wonder
cusp
how
of
many of
victory.
them came up on the
Magnum's
minimap
only
there.
got 20 HP, and they know
Eekers
he's
goes
coming
out,
behind.
spots the flank
Seekers
behind. They
locked
know
in
he's
on
20
info.
HP because
Alpha
Boaster can call the
even stepping
HP.
past his walled a little gap
And that's
just
Kcorp
enough
to lower
reposition.
bracket.
And with Tamazi and Spawn,
And that is
this one looks
Fnatic
done.
back to Masters.
Magnum's going to go down. There's nothing more he could be doing, and it will be Daka to finish.
Dude, they're just the kings of comeback. They really are.
Questions were asked of
9-3 comeback into an 8-4 comeback.
But eventually they have got that job done. Shanghai